Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott back here at LifePoint Medical. It is Monday, November 27th of 2023, and I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We had a good Thanksgiving, a good safe Thanksgiving, and hopefully you did too. And I'm extremely thankful, mainly thankful for y'all, because I realize how important it is for people to show up for me to help them every day, and that's a key part of my life, and I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and talk about some important things. So some of the changes we're making around here, I just want to share one with you. Like a month ago, we got a lot of excess complaints about our communication. Like we needed to make the communication better here in the office. Patients were having a hard time getting a hold of us, and they were frustrated, and I understood that. And so we went to work. First of all, we put some cool things in place so that we're continuously checking our messages throughout the day, phone calls, the whole 9 yards. But the thing that I'm doing here that is different now is I'm like, okay, we had this problem. We fixed it. In other words, I'm not hearing as many complaints about it, but now I'm like, let's up the game a little bit. So one of the new goals that we have around here is, can we answer the phone within 3 rings? Like, you're that important to me that I want to try to solve this problem. Is how do I get my staff to answering the phone within 3 rings? So that's what we're trying to do. So if you call us, hopefully you'll get that phone call answered within 3 rings. If you don't, you can be assured that there's probably the lines are backed up and nobody's even seeing that ring, because that does happen. And then you need to leave a message, and then we're going to be checking those messages quite frequently throughout the day. But up front, we're going to try to get to so we can answer the phone within 3 rings, and we've actually put out for another employee to come in and to help with the front desk answering the phone. So if you know somebody that's really good at customer service and good at first impressions and good at getting people in and getting them taken care of proactively and shows up every day, that's somebody we probably would want to hire to help answer our phones. But that's what we're doing. So if you know somebody, send them our way. Tell them to send a resume or something up here to us. But that's our next goal, is to try to get that phone answered and try to be more aggressive. I'll tell you, over the weekends, I was trying to get a hold of pharmacies for different patients who were having different issues, little tiny things that I was having to deal with over the holiday weekend. It was impossible, literally impossible, to get a hold of a couple of these pharmacies in this community. Like, nobody was there, nobody was answering, nobody was returning calls, nobody was getting anything done. Okay, and that's why I like a lot of the little smaller privately owned pharmacies for a lot of things, because of the fact that these phone trees are just atrocious. And I know we have a phone answering system here, but we're going to try to beat it so you get better service from us. The next thing I want to talk about is the flu. We've got plenty of flu shots here. We haven't pushed the flu shot probably as much as I should, but I want to let you know that I do believe in the flu shot, and I think it does help mediate your risk of getting the flu. So we've been getting a lot of flus coming through the office. I think 2 or 3 of my staff members have actually contracted the flu over the last couple of weeks. It seems to be predominantly flu A. But anyway, I just want to remind you to get your flu shot if you haven't got one. If you do think you're coming down with the flu. Now, the way people describe the flu. So I have people who come in who say they have the flu, and they'll be smiling and laughing and joking and say they have the flu. And I'm usually scratching my head and saying, I don't think you have the flu. And then we get people who come in and they feel like they've been hit by a bus. I mean, their whole body hurts, their skin hurts, everything hurts. They just feel terrible. Those are the people that I think have got the flu. Okay, so we know what's going around. And if you feel that way, there is some treatment advantages to getting to you within 24 hours. In other words, we have Tamiflu, which is an effective way to treat the flu. And if you start that within 24 hours of the onset of the flu, it's supposed to mediate your symptoms, maybe cut down a day or 2 of agony and having to deal with that disease. So so the point is, if you think you got the flu, get a hold of us soon so we can get you looked at. We're probably going to want to confirm the flu with a flu test, but we want to do all this within 24 hours so that you can be treated with the Tamiflu and not have to suffer the full burden of disease when it comes to the flu. So, get your flu shot. If you don't want to get the flu shot, or you've got the flu shot but you still come down with the flu, we want to see you quickly so we can get you treated promptly and you not get that sick from it. All righty. Well, thank you so much for listening to me today. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Give us a call at 706-782-0016 and see if we can answer that phone within 3 rings and get you taken care of. All righty. I'll be talking to you next week. Have a good week. Thank you.